Morning, folks. This is October the 16th. What we'll do today is show you, I'm redoing some frames. And this is a frame that came out of a hive. Got some wax and propolis up here. Got some propolis on here. The bottom. Still got some wax up here. Some wax in. Let me turn this thing right. Some wax in here and some wax on the other side here. What we're going to do, show you what I do instead of throwing frames away and everything. Now this frame right here, they talk about cutting an 1.5 inch to 2-inch strip of wax and putting in here. We're going to show you this later when we do the frames. But this is a strip that I cut off the side and I put in it, cut off the little side here and put in here, and I even glued it down, put a little wax on it, and this is my starter strip. So every time I redo these and clean them, I don't have to change this every time. Don't even have to put wax on it every time. But what we do, and then they say put your nail in here so when you pull your string you can wrap it around and tap it. Well, I ain't figured out how to get those little nails out, so I'll show you what we do. First of all, we take our hive tool or whatever, get under here and pull these staples out, because I use staples. I usually use 2 staples on these. Some of them got older frames, so there's more staples. Then I use my scraper tool and I scrape that. Scrape the wax off of that. Wax off of that. This come down the side here, which is clean. Take this, get all the wax off of it. Some people say use a knife. This is quicker for me. And here, the bottom of this is fairly clean, but we're gonna scrape it anyway. Then we got this fishing line on here. I use 20-pound fishing line. Some people use less. Some people use more. I use 20. And then you clean the ends. You can't see that, can you? Clean the ends. Then we take our special homemade tool, there it is, and we pop the holes and clean all them out. These are already cleaned out because I cleaned them before I put them in the Clorox. Just make sure they're clean. That back to its place. You pull this out, I pull it all the way to the left, and I pull it all the way to the right. Because I don't like snagging. I got a little doodaddy over here that I put. Some people say start with the top, some people say start with the bottom. I start usually with the top, because when I pull that top one, it's usually tighter. Go through the hole. Size of that 20-pound test line is easy for an old guy like me to do. Split my thumb the other day and it's kind of hard to work with. Split it with a table saw the other day. It's been about 2 months. But it's getting the feeling back. I'm kind of lucky because I haven't had to try to catch queens with the fingers yet. Which comes springtime, I will. Then I take my staple gun. There we go. Staple gun, Harbor Freight. Less than $20. Put me a staple in there. Pull that kind of tight. leave myself about 6 to 8 inches. Pull it that way, pull it that way, get it tight. Then I wrap it around here a couple of times. Well, actually I wrap it around at least 3 times. Put it back there. Get my staple gun again. And put a staple in there. There. Slip that. But then that's what it is as far as you know, redoing a hive. Find a little bit more wax on it, you just clean it off. But your starter strip here doesn't have to be that long. This was probably about 3/8 of an inch above this. It already has wax on it, so the bees will commence to working on it. And the ones that don't have wax, that I cut all the wax off, I have me a little wax block here that I rub on it. You got a little groove in it. But anyway, that's what we do with them. Next, I'm going to show you how I build new ones. But this is Sam, South Carolina Happy Bees. But it's getting the time of the year to start doing these things, and making sure your boxes are good, making sure your frames again. Some of my frames are about 14, 15 years old, so they may not look so good, but when I build them, I build them to last. Because when I first bought my bees about 15 years ago, I pulled one of my frames out, my honey frames, and I pulled it out, and the bottom stayed on the top of the other frame. So some people say just put a screw tack here and a tack here, the staples here and a staple here. I'll show you later on, but I put one here, here, I put one here. I may put one on both sides. I put one down the bottom and one here. To me, that keeps it square. I like square stuff. If your staple don't go all the way down, use this. So these are 3/8 inch staples I'm using. But that's about it. This is Sam. Again, if you like it, if you learned anything, give me a thumbs up. A comment if you like it or you don't like it, or a question about it. Leave me a comment. Subscribe. We're starting over again this year, and we're not starting over with bees, but we're starting over with the with what we're doing. This is me. Oops. I can do this. I've learned a lot more about my camera. Well, maybe not as much as I thought I did, but there we go. This is me. I'm Sam. And y'all have a great, wonderful day. Thank you. Bye.